Have you ever just felt like diets are a battle you can't seem to win? You know, that endless cycle of restricting only to end up feeling totally stressed out? Well, today we're going to explore a completely different path. It's called Luminous Nutrition, and it's all about moving beyond counting calories and stepping into a more intuitive, pleasure-focused relationship with the food on your plate. Let's dive in.
So why are diets so stressful, especially for the female body? Well, it all comes down to what you could call a scarcity reflex. And this isn't just in your head, it's a deep biological response. Your body literally thinks it's starving. So what happens? It tightens up, your stomach clenches, and your metabolism just stalls out as a way to protect you. You're basically picking a fight with your own biology from the get-go. Okay, so if diets are the problem, what's the solution? This is the real heart of Luminous Nutrition. It asks us to just shift our entire perspective, to stop seeing food as a bunch of numbers on a label and start seeing it as energy, as life force. The idea is called bioresonance, which is really just a fancy way of saying you tune into how different foods make you feel. It's all about listening to your body's wisdom and choosing what feels light and full of vitality. I mean, think about that. What if? This one little shift reframes everything. Suddenly, eating isn't a chore or a source of guilt anymore. It becomes a ceremony, right? A moment of real, profound self-love. So let's walk through the 4 practical steps that can help you reclaim this beautiful connection, starting right now. First up, nourish your gaze. Now, I know this might sound a little out there, but it's actually grounded in physiology. The journey of nourishment literally begins with your eyes. The sight of beautiful, colorful food actually kicks off your whole digestive process. It tells your brain and your body, hey, everything's okay, we're safe, there is plenty. I just love this quote. Think about it for a second. When you take a moment to make your plate look beautiful, you're sending this incredibly powerful message to your entire nervous system. You're saying you are safe, you are cherished, you are absolutely worthy of this beauty. It's a true act of respect for yourself that calms your whole body down before you even take a single bite. And here's how simple this can be. It's a little practice called the still life on your plate. It's just a tiny moment of pleasure. All you do is pause for just 30 seconds. Before you dig in, just look at your food. Really see it. Notice the deep green of the kale, the bright red of a bell pepper. And try to have at least 3 natural colors on your plate. This isn't about making some fancy, complicated meal. It's about bringing awareness to the simple ones. So as you start to try this, ask yourself this question. Did the bright orange of that sweet potato make your mouth water a little more? Did the deep purple of some berries just feel calming? This is how you start to learn the language of your body, listening to its first, most intuitive signals. Okay, now that we've fed our eyes, let's move on to step 2. This one is all about the energy of the food itself. This step is about choosing what's called living food, ingredients that are as close to their natural, sun-fed state as possible. We're talking crisp greens, crunchy vegetables, fruits just bursting with ripeness. The big idea here is that the purity of your fuel really dictates the clarity of your experience. When you eat food that is just full of life, you are quite literally feeding your own inner light. You're choosing that feeling of vitality over the heaviness that can just leave you feeling so drained.
And here's a really clear way to think about it. On one hand, you've got what we can call factory food, processed, heavy, and it actually takes more energy to digest than it even gives you. But on the other hand, you have garden food, living, vibrant, and it imparts its energy to you. It's simple. One drains you, the other lights you up. It's a choice between feeling lethargic or feeling light.
And the practice for this? It is so easy. Just add 1 raw, living thing to a meal. A handful of spinach, a few slices of cucumber, anything. But here's the key. Eat it first. This kind of primes your palate and your digestive system for what's coming. And really focus on that sensory explosion, that crisp snap, the burst of fresh juice. Feel that immediate spark of clean energy. And as you do this, just check in with yourself. How does that freshness actually feel inside your body? Did you notice a little spark of clean energy, a sense of ease in your stomach? That's your body recognizing and just saying yes to pure living energy. All right, step 3. This is where the real magic, the alchemy happens. We've talked about the what, the beauty and the vitality of food, but now we're going to focus on the how. And this step shows us that our internal state when we eat is every bit as important as the ingredients on the plate. What a powerful idea, right? When we're eating stressed out, scrolling on our phones, or rushing around, our nervous system is in that defensive fight or flight mode. And when it's there, it is biologically impossible to properly absorb nutrients. Gratitude is like the master switch. It flips you into that rest and digest state, which allows your body to fully receive all that amazing nourishment. And guess what? It doesn't take long at all. This is the incredible part. All it takes is 10 seconds. That's it. A simple, intentional pause has the power to chemically change how you metabolize your meal, transforming it from just fuel into like a healing elixir. So here's the practice, and it's so beautiful. Before you take your first bite, just close your eyes. Place a hand on your belly right over your center, and just whisper, either in your head or out loud, "Thank you for this energy." And just wait until you feel your body soften, feel your jaw unclench. Then you can begin to eat. Now, this is a really fascinating thing to explore. Ask yourself, when you eat from that place of calm and gratitude, does the food actually taste different? Does it taste more vivid, more satisfying? You might be surprised. So many people find that it absolutely does. Your emotional state physically changes your experience of taste. And that brings us to our final and maybe most profound practice, the silent banquet. This is all about removing the external noise, turning off the TV, putting down the phone, getting rid of the distractions so you can finally restore a clear, honest connection with your body's true signals of hunger and fullness. You see, silence here isn't an emptiness. It's a space. It's a space where you can finally hear the subtle messages of the food itself, and even more importantly, the authentic needs of your own body. It's really an act of deep respect for yourself and for the food that nourishes you. So the practice is to have a date with your food. Just choose one meal. It could be a big dinner or it could be a single apple. The only rule is 0 distractions. Leave your phone in a whole other room. Your only job is to pay attention to the full sensory experience, the smell, the texture, and all those complex layers of flavor. And when you do this, what do you discover? Maybe it's a subtle sweetness in a vegetable you always thought was kind of bland, or the super satisfying crunch of a walnut, or the way the flavors change and evolve as you chew. In that quiet space, a whole new world of sensation can just open right up. And really, that's the whole point of all 4 of these steps. This isn't about following another set of rigid rules. It's about learning to listen. When you truly feel your food, with your eyes, with your energy, with gratitude, and with your full attention, you allow your body's incredible, innate wisdom to become your guide. So, I want to leave you with this empowering thought. This isn't just a theory, it's a practice you can start today, with your very next meal. So which one will it be? Which meal will become your first conscious date with yourself? A quiet breakfast to start your day with intention? A mindful lunch to reset in the middle of the chaos? The choice and that beautiful connection is all yours.
You can find the electronic version of book She Who Awakens by Alina Chamberlain at wishforlove.org.